Hello everyone, this is Ritam and Rasmi. We are going to present fog computing in vehicular ad hoc network. So, what is basically fog computing? Fog computing is an architecture that uses edge devices to carry out a substantial amount of computation, storage, and communication locally and routed over the internet backbone. It is nothing but a concept of network fabric that stretches from the outer edges of where data is created to where it will be eventually stored, whether that is in the cloud or that is in customer's data center. Fog provides the missing link for what data needs to be pushed to the cloud and what can be analyzed locally at the edge. Cisco product manager Ginny Nichols is believed to have coined the term fog computing in 2014. So we'll be discussing about why fog computing. The total number of connected vehicles worldwide will be 250 millions by 2021. So the amount of data generated is going to be very large. To handle this much amount of data, cloud came into the picture. But this cloud model has some major issues. We'll be discussing about them. Uh, First is high volume consumption. Vehicle density is increasing every day, so the cloud model is unable to process this much amount of data. Then we'll be talking about high latency. What is latency? Latency is the time taken by a data packet for a round trip uh, from the VANet to the cloud and cloud to the VANet. Uh, if we are dealing with very sensitive data, then we have to be careful. If edge device has to wait for a long period for sending data to the cloud and getting back the acknowledgement, it may lead to the unwanted results. We will be taking an example. Suppose we are dealing with hospital management system and the doctor wants some data from the cloud. If the cloud gives the acknowledgement with lots of data, then the patient life will be very risky. So here we have seen that a millisecond can make a huge difference, and that's true. Now, then another problem with cloud model is that it consumes high bandwidth. Bandwidth defines how much the channel is going to be occupied because of all those data that are coming from IoT or VANet. All data generated by IoT devices is sent to the cloud for storage and further analysis. So here the traffic will be very gigantic if all the devices become online. Even IPv6 can't handle those many connections. For computing shifts substantial amount of computation to fog nodes, uh, that it will also provide transient data storage. Fog computing reduces amount of data sent to the cloud. It conserves network bandwidth. It improves system response time. It improves security by keeping data close to the edge. Supports mobility. It minimizes the network in internet latency. Cloud services are extended to IoT services through the fog. Fog is a layer between cloud and IoT devices. Many fog nodes are present in the fog. Sensor data are processed in fog before it is sent to the cloud. Uh, Fog nodes are virtual instances of IoT devices, WAN nets, and they also have some transient storage capability. Data required to be monitored 24 hours so that it can be protected from the intruders. Appropriate action should be taken before the attacker uh, uh, conduct the attack, and fog computing also helps us in this regard. So when we use when this fog computing can be implemented, first when the data needs to be analyzed within fraction of second, then fog computing can be implemented when we have a huge number of devices over large geographical area, and when the devices are located in very extreme conditions. Now we will be discussing about WAN nets. WAN net, the full form. The full form of WAN net is the vehicular ad hoc network. Vehicular ad hoc network is a ad hoc network consists of a network of vehicles. Those vehicles are moving at relatively high speed, and they are communicating among themselves with different purposes. But the main purpose is to improve the security of the road. WAN nets are created by applying the principle of mobile ad hoc networks, which are called MAN nets, the spontaneous creation of a wireless sensor network for data exchange to the domain of vehicles. These WAN nets are nothing but inter-vehicle communication, which can be called as IVCs. The vehicles are fitted with various sensors. These sensors interact with the sensor of other vehicles or the sensor of other infrastructure present outside. Now we'll be talking about the various application of WAN nets. WAN nets offers a wide range of application. We will discuss some of the applications uh, those from them. First one is electronic brake lights. It allows a driver to react to the vehicle's braking even though they might be obstructed. Second one is platooning, which allows vehicles to closely follow a leading vehicle by wirelessly receiving, accelerating, and steering information, thus forming electronically coupled road trains. Then we have traffic information system. This system uses WAN-net communication to provide up the minute obstacles report to the vehicle satellite navigation system. Then we have road transport emergency service. Here, the road safety warning and status information dissemination are used to reduce the delays and speed up emergency rescue operation to save the life of injured people. Then we have on the road services. It is also envisioned that the future transportation would be information driven. WAN nets can be used to advertise service to driver, and even send notification of cell going on that moment. Moving to the next slide, then we have what is vehicular fog network. Vehicular fog network is the network that uses VANets along with all the potential of fog computing. Fog acts as a layer between VANets and cloud, and intra-vehicular information is gathered by fog nodes deployed on the roadside units, which are called RSUs. Now we'll be discussing about architecture of fog network. From the picture, it is clear that the whole architecture is constituted by three layers. First one is vehicular network layer, second one is vehicular fog layer, and the third one is provisioning layer. Very first we will be discussing about vehicular network layer. In this layer, vehicles are occupied with enormous array of onboard sensors, which are called as OBUs. These sensors uh, take the physical phenomena or physical quantities and give these physical quantities to the cloud or the fog network for further analysis and for storage purpose for future. This sensor make the vehicles capable of communicating with the other vehicles. So the sensor plays plays a lot of roles in this complete network. Then we have vehicular fog layer. This layer comprises of several roadside units, and these roadside units are mainly responsible for hosting the fog nodes. The fog nodes have communication capabilities, they have processing power, they also have transient storage spaces so that they can store the outsourced data from the VANets for some periods so that they can be analyzed. There are and these roadside units are deployed in various critical locations such as significant junction, parking lots, and at appropriate distances so that the entire area can be covered. And this particular thing enables this vehicular fog network to be used in smart city projects. A vehicular fog layer is equipped with persistent links to the service provider in the cloud and with short range communication capabilities to talk the vehicle's user. Then we have service provisioning layer. Uh, by the help of this layer, the service provider provides different service through the cloud. This layer possesses large computational power, and this large computational power is getting used for analysis of the data coming from the fog nodes and coming from the IoT devices or the VANets, and they have exponentially huge storage configuration which can be used for storing data for future use. It com- uh, it also this layer communicates fog nodes and coordinates various requests that are coming from the consumer they are nothing but the nothing but the VAN nets. So and this whole process then is managed by an efficient load balancing and energy optimization policy. This layer provides service like weather monitoring and maintaining vehicular information system. Now we will be talking about the working mechanism of this vehicular fog network. So data can be classified into three categories. First category is first category is time sensitive data. Second category is less time sensitive data. Third category is not time sensitive data. Sensitive data is analyzed at the nearest fog node. Less sensitive data is analyzed in some aggregated edge node. So less sensitive data is aggregated in some edge node, and non-sensitive data is sent directly to the cloud. If we consider analyze the duration, then it the data storage duration is for some seconds or microsecond. Then data is analyzed in closest fog node. If data storage duration is about some hours or about some days, then data is analyzed in some uh, edge node. And if the data storage duration is some months to or some about some years, then data is stored in cloud. If we are talking about geographical coverage, then uh, if we are dealing with very local area, then data is stored in closest or nearest fog node. If we are dealing with a wider area, then data is aggregated in some edge fog node. If we taking the global coverage, then data is stored in the cloud. And using this fog node uh, does not take too much cost. The nearest roadside unit ingests the data from the vehicle. Very sensitive data analyzed here only. The roadside unit makes some decision using its computation power and conveys this decision to the vehicles along with it. Roadside unit sends the whole summary to the service provisioning layer. Comparatively less sensitive data is aggregated in some edge node and gets analyzed there. The edge node needs the summary to the cloud. Sorry, the edge node sends the summary to the cloud. The non-sensitive data is directly sent to the cloud for decision making. Now my colleague Rasmi will discuss about the further slides.
Okay, so continuing from where my friend Pritam left, I will be discussing challenges associated with Forganet and also the major issues associated with Forganet. So the first challenge is the scalability and mobility. Uh, and, Actually, in this challenge, like in scalability and mobility case, we have to find an accurate and reliable link availability prediction technique, which will make intelligent decisions to predict future movement. Also, we can define user profiles, which will help in estimating link availability. So the next is load balancing. Uh, in load balancing, like we have to balance the load on network. For that, we can use effective buffer management techniques, so to process significant data in the local nodes itself. Uh, then also the transport protocols can be improved to ensure reliability and effective congestion control in load balancing. So the next is scheduling. In scheduling, uh, like we have to schedule the task efficiently. So it becomes very complex in VFN, like a vehicular fog network, because connection in VANET can be irregular. So again, we have to use effective buffer management in scheduling. Also, we have to give priority to the nodes with unstable links uh, to like to solve this challenge. And the next is security and privacy issues, privacy challenges. Actually, we'll be discussing this later in major issues. Um, uh, what happens in brief, data generated are very sensitive, so we have to uh, take security measures, uh, or else it will lead to privacy abuse. So and this the steps that we take to ensure security and privacy should not affect the performance also. So we can use various context-aware techniques to enable BFN to adapt to changing environments, and BFN RSUs can also be enabled to locally process the data. The next is data quality. Uh, like in VANET or in general in IoT, like value sensors are excess due to the industrial breakthrough and stream like miniaturization. So in most cases, these sensors are left unattended. Hence, it collects a large amount of unnecessary data. In case of managed is more serious due to the mobile nature of the vehicular nodes, so that you have to take extra care during collecting this data. So you have to perform various data quality checks while performing this fog VANET. So the next, I'm going to discuss the major security issues in fog VANET. So the first is trust. So fog service provider, like in fog network, the service providers can be very different, like different ISPs or cloud service providers. Hence, we need a trust model. So there are various type of trust models, like reputation based trust model, secure element, then trusted execution environment, then trusted platform model. Actually, the first and last, the reputation based trust model and trust platform module, these are heavily used in industry. So what are the issues with reputation based trust model? Like we have to uh, like there are a few main issues, like how we have to how to achieve the persistent and unique identity, then how to trust like intentional the actually the behavior, it is intentional or it is accidental, then what are the punishments that I have to give, so then apart from that, there are also like a rug fog we can have rug fog nodes in BFN. So what is actually rug fog node? These are not actually fog nodes, but this pretends to be legitimate fog nodes and lets the end users connect to it. Hence, hence we can perform various insider attack by using this rug fog node. Suppose an authorized admin instantiate a rug networks, then possible man in middle attack can happen. So then next, coming to authentication. Like authentication is an important issue of security in fog computing, because services are offered to massive scale and users by front fog nodes. It helps to ensure and confirms users identity. Then traditional PKI based authentication is not efficient and not scalable also. That's why you have to rely on physical context with authentication, such as biometric or face recognition, etc. So the next issue is network security. Like due to dominance of wireless in fog network, uh, and this is real concern. So some examples are like jamming attack or sniffer attacks. Uh, Then like generally we have to trust the manual configurations by network admin and isolate network management traffic from regular traffic. But fog nodes are deployed at edge of the internet, so it is actually difficult to like control the traffic because usually the traffic is heavy in edge networks. So we have to control this, like to manage these networks, heavy traffic. We have to use SDN, like software defined networks. So, but using software defined networks also bring its own like issues. For example, like network monitoring and IDS, like intrusion detection system. Then traffic isolation prioritization. We can use VLAN ID tab to isolate traffic in a group. Then network resource access control. Then network sharing. In like network sharing, any fog enhanced router in home can be open to guests only if it is designed carefully so that no one can hack into the system. So the next is security data storage. Uh, Usually, user data is outsourced and users control over data is handed over to the fog node. So the issues related to storage of data and that storage of data arises due to this. Um, uh, so it is actually hard to ensure data integrity. Yeah, also, if the outsourced data is lost or modified, we cannot check it. Then it also can be abused by like unauthorized parties. So to overcome these issues, we can use data storage additionally. Then techniques such as homomorphic encryption and searchable encryption can be used to provide integrity, confidentiality, and verifiability. Then actually the client can check the data stored in the cloud using this technique. So then secure and private data computation. So the two main issues are verifiable computing and data search. So verifiable computing, it enables computing device to send the computation to other untrusted servers, while other servers can verify the computation using the function only. They don't need to see the whole data itself. And then the data search. Data search like to protect data privacy. Sensitive data from end users need to be encrypted before being sent to fog node. Then like there is one keyword search which is important service among encrypted data files. The next is privacy. So various privacy issues are also there in FogVanet. The mainly the three like data privacy, usage privacy, and location privacy. So in data privacy, fog node usually collects sensitive data. So um, it such as such like few techniques like homomorphic encryption can be used to prevent the issues arising from data privacy. The next is usage privacy. It usually deals with usage pattern with which fog client utilizes the fog fog services. One possible solution is creating dummy task so that real task is hidden. However, this solution is like not practically possible because uh, it uses the resources and energy which is not in abundant in case of bannets. So and another solution would be to design a smart way of partitioning the application to make sure the resource usages doesn't disclose privacy information of individuals. So the next is location privacy. Uh, like from fog node, from the logs of fog node, it can be easily guessed we can easily guess the location of user. So the location privacy can be maintained by variation methods which we can the fog node knows that a client is nearby, but we can generate a method. We can devise a method where the fog node knows the client is nearby, but it cannot know exact which client is nearby. Also, we can use fake ID for each end user. So then next is access control. Um, Access control in cloud computing is usually cryptographically implemented for outsourced data. Then symmetric key-based solution is not scalable in key management for access control. So you have to go for public key-based solution. And also the fog computing designing access control for client fog cloud is extremely challenging because we have to also meet designers goals and resource constraints. Uh, then intrusion detection. Since we are using HDL, like as we discussed before, we have to look for like intrusion detection is a serious issue for Hognet. So it is actually deployed to reduce attacks such as uh, insider attack or flooding attack or port scanning, etc. Then this uh, this can also be deployed to fog network to detect like DOS attack and port scanning. Um, uh, then also like challenges arises when implementing IDS in geo-distributed or large-scale high mobility fog computing environments. But because the main issue like we have to also take care about the latency, like fulfill the low latency requirement of the fog VANET. Next, these are the references like that research papers we have gone through.